Good morning, boys and girls. Thank you for watching today. And today is Tuesday, April. What number is this? Yes, 14th, 2020. Yesterday, we talked about the letter Y, right? Do you remember how to make the Y? Let's practice that again. Remember, you start at the top and you go down the short way, and then you come down this way and straight down to make a capital Y. To make a lowercase y, you start over here. It's kind of the same. You go this way, and then you make one straight line. Who remembers what the Y says in our sign that we do? Put up your phone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you do it with me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good job. We have also still been talking about the counting to 20. I know you've been practicing that and you are really good at that. So we're not going to do it together today, but I've attached a video where you can do some counting and singing and exercising, which is a lot more fun when you get to do it together with somebody. So look for that on our email today. Yesterday I told you we were going to talk. Oh, I know y'all been looking at the pictures of the caterpillars that Miss Deanna has at her house, our caterpillars at her house. They've already grown so much and they're eating and eating and eating. And today we're going to talk about a big word. Remember when we talked about the word oviparous? Do you remember what oviparous means? Who remembers? Right. It comes from an egg, or it lays eggs. So oviparous. So we are going to talk about a butterfly. I wonder, would a butterfly be oviparous? We may have to talk about that later. We're going to talk about another big word. Y'all are getting big, and I think you like these big words. This is our big word this week. Look how long it is. It's called metamorphosis. Can you say that? Metamorphosis. Let's count how many letters are in the word metamorphosis. I wonder if we'll get all the way to 20. Let's count the letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow, that's a long word, isn't it? Metamorphosis. We're going to see, I'm going to read you a story today about butterflies. And this one is called The Amazing Life Cycle of Butterflies. I wonder if you'll hear the word metamorphosis in our story today. This one's really a neat book. I'm going to try to hold it close so that you can see all the pictures. Pull you in just a little bit closer. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. In the warmer months of spring and summer, butterflies flutter about. These beautiful insects carry pollen from flower to flower, just like bees. But did you know that this is just one stage of a butterfly's incredible life cycle? Look at all those butterflies. A butterfly begins its life as a tiny egg. Oh, there's our answer. So is a butterfly oviparous? Yes. Some eggs are round, some are oval, and some have ridges. The female butterfly sticks her eggs onto leaves or stems very close together. This plant will soon become food. See all the different eggs? And the plant that they're on will become their food when they hatch. Inside the butterfly eggs, new life is growing, but these creatures are not yet butterflies. After a few days, the eggs hatch and butterfly larvae appear. Can you say larva? Larva, that's what this is. Butterfly larvae are also known as pupa or caterpillars. At first, they look like small wriggling worms. So they're not worms, they're caterpillars, right? That's a lot of caterpillars. A caterpillar's job is to eat. Wow, don't you wish you only had that job and you only had to eat? Most caterpillars eat plants, but some eat other insects. They eat so much that soon their skin becomes too tight. It splits, and underneath is a new, bigger skin. As the caterpillar grows, this happens again and again. I'm glad that doesn't happen to us. If you eat too much, your skin pops open. Ah, that doesn't feel very good, does it? But that's what the caterpillars are meant to do. They shed their skin and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And they just continue their job of eating, right? That's all they have to do. Caterpillars have many enemies. Oh, they are gobbled up by birds, wasps, and ladybugs. In some countries, humans eat them too. Have you ever eaten a caterpillar? Oh, would you? Me either. Yuck. Caterpillars use bristles, spikes, smells, and poison to frighten away enemies. Sometimes they disguise themselves with eye spots and patterns. This caterpillar is pretending to be a snake. See how he has spots that aren't real? Right here, to look like a snake. And sometimes they have stripes and they scare their enemies away, the things that are after them. When the caterpillar has finished growing, it hangs upside down from a leaf or a branch. Have you ever hung upside down from the monkey bars or the tree? Very slowly, a shell forms around it. The shell is called a chrysalis. Can you say chrysalis? Chrysalis. Good. Here it comes. Like the caterpillar, the chrysalis is patterned. This makes it difficult for enemies to spot. So here, first he hangs upside down by his feet or his tail. Then it starts to form. And it does this. And then he's all the way closed up. It's kind of like being snuggled up in a bed, except his bed isn't very soft like yours. It's a hard shell. Inside the chrysalis, something amazing happens. The caterpillar dissolves into a soupy mixture. Then eyes, legs, wings, antenna, and other body parts begin to form. After a week or two, the caterpillar will have changed into a brand new butterfly. Can you see? Can you find the chrysalis in this picture? Anybody see it? Yes, the dog sees it. There it is. It's disguised on the branch. See how it kind of matches the leaves that are there? So its enemies and the animals that want to get it can't find it. At last, the adult butterfly pushes its way out of the chrysalis. This splits open and the butterfly appears. It's a tight fit inside the chrysalis, so the butterfly must first unfold soft wings, which will take a few hours to harden. Then it flies for the very first time. So it comes out a whole new creature. A little prettier than the caterpillar, huh? It has to wait just to fly just a little bit, though. A butterfly has 4 wings. These are covered with millions of tiny colored scales, which create different patterns. Some wing patterns allow butterflies to hide. Others have special markings that look like big eyes to scare away enemies. Bold, bright colors attract mates. This one kind of looks like it has eyes. This one's pretty in orange and green and blue. They're so pretty. All different varieties and colors. Some are big, some are small. A butterfly tastes with its feet. Do you taste with your feet? And they smell with their antenna. Do you smell with your antenna? Its mouth is shaped like a long tube. The butterfly uses this to feed on nectar from flowers. So there's his mouth. It's like a tube, like a straw. He's sucking up nectar. Butterflies can only fly if they are warm. When they are too cold, they bask in the sun until their temperature rises. So if they get too cold, they can't fly. So he's sunning. See him sunning? He's getting ready to fly. Some species of butterflies, like the monarch, live for a few months, but most live for just 1 or 2 weeks. During their short lives, butterflies mate. When the female butterfly lays eggs, the life cycle starts all over again. So there's the new eggs. They're starting again. It just goes and goes and goes. Let's learn some more about butterflies. Did you know that butterflies are in danger? Pesticides cause them harm, and there are fewer wildlife areas for them to visit. Soon, many species may become extinct. You can help by planting flowers such as Buddleia, verbena, and lavender in a sunny, sheltered spot. Then wait for butterflies to appear. There's also a bush that you can buy called a butterfly bush that they like to come to. And actually, that may be what that is. It looks like behind the girl of the butterfly bush. A butterfly's life cycle, it has 4 different stages. See if you remember the 4 stages. It starts with a egg, good, and then it becomes a caterpillar. Next, it turns into a chrysalis, and last out comes a butterfly. Good. During its life cycle, the butterfly transforms completely. This amazing process is called metamorphosis. Oh, there's our big word. It's in our story. So the process that the butterfly goes through, and guess what? It just goes and goes and goes, is called, good, metamorphosis. It's a big word you learned today. And that's the end of our story. So that is pretty cool. So there's a big long process that goes here. Let's see if I can add some pictures. I'm going to put what comes before the caterpillar. I'm going to squeeze it in over here. Right, it's going to be an egg. I'm going to make a leaf. I'll put several little eggs because they're so tiny. There's the tiny, tiny eggs. Can you see them? Good. Out from the eggs pops is it a worm? No, it's a caterpillar. Good. So how do we get the caterpillar from here into the butterfly? What needs to go here? Yes, a chrysalis. Let's put it on a branch. How does it form its chrysalis? Some leaves over here. Right, it hangs upside down. So it's going to hang upside down, kind of like a leaf. So what's inside that chrysalis? Yes, the caterpillar goes inside here. And then when it tears open, the chrysalis becomes a butterfly. Good. What's that called? Metamorphosis. Awesome. Good job. I'm going to attach some things for you to do some activities at home with metamorphosis with your butterflies. All right, I have a little poem to teach you real quick. We're going to hopefully turn it into a song, not today, but maybe tomorrow. It goes like this. You can repeat after me to learn it, but it's a fun little song that I've known for a long time. We're just going to do the words today. So it's fuzzy caterpillar. Same after me. Ready? Fuzzy caterpillar climbed up in a tree. Climbed up in a tree. He wiggled long. He wiggled long. He wiggled short. He wiggled short. And now you can make your finger into a caterpillar. He wiggled right at me. He wiggled right at me. I put him in a box. Put him in a box. Don't you move, I said. Don't you move, I said. But when I opened up the box, he was a butterfly instead. He was a butterfly instead. I could never make one. I could never make one. Even if I tried. Even if I tried. Only God in heaven, only God in heaven can make a butterfly. Can make a butterfly. Can you make your hands into a butterfly? Let him fly away. Very good. Good job. All right, today we're going to end with a little story from our Daily Bread book. And you've probably heard this story, but this is our Bible lesson for the month. And it's about a big boat. Anybody know about a big boat in the Bible? You've probably heard about it before. Yes, the ark. Do you remember the man's name who built the ark? I know you've heard about him. Noah, right. This one says, Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Genesis 6:22. I'll let you look at the picture real quick. That's the only picture. It's a little short devotional. says Noah's big boat. One day, God looked down from heaven. He was sad because the people he made were being bad. They were not listening. They did not love God or obey him. They did things God told them not to do. God decided to send a flood to make the bad people go away. But God saw that Noah loved him. So God wanted to save Noah and his family. He told Noah to build a big boat called an ark. God told Noah how long and how tall to make the boat. He told Noah what kind of wood to use. God told Noah to bring 2 of every kind of animal onto the boat. Noah did just what God told him to do. Remember, he always obeyed what God told him to do. When the flood came, God took care of Noah and his family. And you know what? God still takes care of the people who love him. So we are going to be talking all month long about Noah and the big boat. Let me show you something I have real quick. You could make one of these at home. Do you have a paper plate at home? Yeah, probably so. I made this with a paper plate. What does that look like? Right, an ark. I'm going to turn my finger into Noah. You have to ask permission to do this. I'm just putting a tiny little face. So, one day, God told who? Noah. What did he tell him? He said, there's going to be a flood. You need to build a boat. So guess what Noah did? He decided to build a boat. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Did Noah listen? Yes, he did. He built the big boat. Some people made fun of him. They're like, why are you building a boat that's so big? And it was on the ground. Look at this. Do we normally put boats on the ground in the grass? No, we usually put them in the water. But Noah was too busy obeying God. Remember what a good listener he was? And then God said, go get the animals. So Noah went and he got all the animals and he put them on the ark along with his family. We'll learn a little bit more about that later. And then what happened next after they got on the ark? Do you remember? Yes, he sent a flood. Oh, goodness. Look at the storm and all the rain. It rained for 40 days. 40 days. Wow. We've been in our house for kind of like that, haven't we? Makes us feel like we haven't had all this. We had a little bit of storm, but we haven't had a flood. But we have been in our houses for not quite 40 days, but almost. So the ark was just tossed and turned. Do you think Noah was scared? Would you be scared? I would. So he tossed and turned and tossed and turned. But God had made Noah a promise. He said, one day the rain will stop and you can come out. So we're waiting on God's promises for us too. We can come back out of our houses and play and have fun with our friends. But in the meantime, we have to be faithful and believe that God is taking care of us. So in the end, God made his promises. The boat, it stopped raining and the boat landed on the land again. And what did God send as his promise? Do you remember? We've talked about this a little bit this year already. God sent the rainbow, didn't he? That was his promise, that he would never flood the earth again. So Noah was able to come out of the ark and onto the land. Yay! And God always keeps his promises. So if you want to make one of these at home, you can get Mom and Dad to help you. This is a paper plate. All I did was cut a little hole. And on one side, I drew the boat, the ark, on the ground with the rainbow. On this side, I drew the ark with the flood going on. And then I made a little fold so I could retell the story with Noah and the ark. All right, boys and girls, it's been a fun day to talk with you, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And let's bow our heads and say a little prayer to get us through the rest of this day. Dear God, thank you for this lovely day. Help us keep it just this way. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for your promises. Help us to listen and obey just like Noah did. And we love you. Amen. All right, boys and girls, have a great day. We love y'all. Bye.